All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into what is honestly the ultimate New York society scam. It's a modern-day tale of socialite noir, and we're going to unpack the master manipulation of the city's absolute top-tier financial and social elite. We're talking forged wire transfers, incredibly lavish boutique hotels, and a level of audacity so staggering you'd swear it was scripted for a movie. But trust me, every single bounced check was very, very real. Let's get right into it. So picture this. How does the daughter of a Russian truck driver suddenly transform into a glamorous German heiress with a supposed 60-million-year-old trust fund? It's wild, right? Born Anna Sorkin in a working-class town near Moscow, she relocated to Germany as a teenager, and eventually she made her way to New York City in 2013. But here's the kicker. She didn't show up as an eager intern ready to grind her way to the top. No way. She arrived fully formed as Anna Delvey, and she completely bypassed the usual ladders of success by simply acting like she already owned the whole building. She managed to pull off this absolutely brilliant golden illusion. To everyone around her, she was this mysterious German heiress, constantly draped in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of designer clothing, carelessly tossing $100 cash tips to hotel concierges like it was spare change. She was even pitching a massive, high-end competitor to Soho House. But then, the glitch hits. The gritty reality underneath all that glitter? There was no trust fund. Just a trail of mysterious wire transfers that mysteriously never seemed to clear, and this increasing habit of conveniently forgetting her wallet so her wealthy new friends could foot the bill. And look, she wasn't just out there scamming free dinners. She was aiming for a legitimate empire. The whole anchor of her grift was the Anna Delvey Foundation. She pitched it as a 45,000 square foot, insanely exclusive members-only arts club, hotel, and workspace right inside the historic Church Missions House in Manhattan. It was a massive multi-million-dollar vision, and she used it to lure in wealthy investors, top-tier lawyers, and even major banks. Just by casually waving around fake financial documents she literally whipped up on Microsoft Word, she came incredibly close to securing a $22 million loan to make the whole illusion real. But the sheer audacity of this entire operation really peaks with one specific number: $62,000. I just want you to let that massive sum sink in for a second. We're not talking about a bank loan here. This was the cost of a single catastrophic luxury vacation in May of 2017. Anna had invited her friend, a photo editor named Rachel Williams, on what was supposed to be an all-expenses-paid trip to Morocco to reset her visa and film a documentary about her foundation. Well, that dream vacation turned into a complete nightmare pretty much instantly. They're staying at the 5-star La Mamma Resort in a private villa with a butler that cost $7,000 a night when suddenly, access denied. Every single one of Anna's cards is universally declined. So, blaming the hotel systems, Anna manipulates her friend Rachel into putting down her personal and corporate credit cards just to hold the bill, promising she'd wire the money immediately. Obviously, that didn't happen. Rachel was left holding a staggering $62,000 bag for the flights, the meals, and the private tours. That debt was actually greater than her entire annual salary. And honestly, that Morocco trip was the beginning of the end. Things shift pretty quickly from the warm, golden hues of luxury resorts to the cold, sharp reality of Rikers Island. In October 2017, Anna is arrested in a sting operation in Los Angeles. Fast forward to April 2019, the illusion is completely shattered in a New York courtroom. She's convicted of grand larceny and theft of services, getting hit with a sentence of 4 to 12 years. She actually gets released on parole in early 2021, but it's short-lived because she's immediately swept up into icy detention for overstaying her visa. Now, you might be wondering, did the whole collapse of her empire bring her any humility? Well, just listen to her own words. She said, "I'd be lying to you and to everyone else and to myself if I said I was sorry for anything." I mean, wow, that is just sheer, unadulterated commitment to the character. Even with the law completely closing in around her, Anna showed zero remorse. She never broke character, she never admitted defeat, and she genuinely seemed to view her actions as aggressive entrepreneurship rather than, actual fraud. Actually, she treated her own criminal trial like it was an exclusive VIP event, literally something out of a fashion magazine spread. Anna famously refused to even enter the courtroom on a Friday because she was only given prison-issued clothing. So she demanded, and somehow actually received, a professional stylist to source her designer outfits for the trial. She is literally fighting for her freedom, facing years in a concrete cell, but she's doing it rocking sheer black Saint Laurent tops and Michael Kors dresses. For Anna, maintaining the visual aesthetic of a wealthy heiress was totally non-negotiable. Okay, so the twisted economics of this whole thing are just fascinating. Check this out. Her court-ordered restitution and fines totaled roughly $199,000. Yet the payout she got from Netflix for the rights to her life story, $320,000. Now, because of New York's Son of Sam law, her assets were frozen, so she couldn't just pocket the cash and profit off her crimes. But she used that media money to literally pay off her legal debts and reimburse her victims. So in a weird way, the story of her fraud practically paid for the fraud itself. Which brings us to where she is now, and it's a completely surreal reality. In October 2022, after a really long stint in ICE detention, she was released on a $10,000 bond. She's currently on 24-hour house arrest in a tiny East Village apartment while she fights deportation to Germany. She's got this glowing ankle monitor that basically represents the strict, unyielding boundaries of her life right now. But if you think being on house arrest actually stopped Anna Delvey, you haven't been paying attention. And here's the absolute ultimate irony of the entire Anna Delvey saga. While she was locked up and under house arrest, she managed to sell over $340,000 of her own prison art. During New York Fashion Week, since she legally couldn't leave her building, she just hosted a runway show right on her apartment rooftop. And maybe most shockingly of all, she went on to compete on national television in season 33 of Dancing with the Stars, literally waltzing across the stage while actively wearing her ICE-mandated ankle monitor. So I really want to leave you with this final kind of provocative thought to chew on. Did the fake heiress finally become a real one? Think about it. She lied to get fame, wealth, and acceptance from the social elite. And yeah, she was punished for it. But that exact punishment, the highly publicized trial, the jail time, the house arrest, became the very platform that secured her genuine fame, a massive television audience, and real, actual money. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember, always keep questioning the realities constructed around you. Catch you next time.